So then guys, in 2026, what new iPhones are we expecting to be released? Well, there's quite a few of them. And I'll also tell you this, there's also been a bit of a shake-up to the lineup in 2026. But first of all, let's do a quick recap in what we saw in 2025. At the very beginning of 2025, we got this phone right here. It was the iPhone 16e, a replacement as it were to the SE model. Essentially, it's a design of, say, an iPhone 14 normal, but with a few other sort of upgrades inside of it. So one thing that we definitely got is a brand new chip. We got the A18 added to this, and we've also got, say, a single camera sensor on the back. But one thing a lot of you guys weren't too happy with was the actual launch price. It was $599 US for this iPhone. A lot of you guys were hoping it was going to be a little bit less, but since that time it's been released, especially with like Black Friday deals and things like this, well, guess what? It has actually come down. You can actually pick this up for quite a lot of the time for under $500 now. So that is quite good. A lot of you guys do appreciate that. But moving on though further into September time in 2025, we got a whole load of other new iPhones. We got such iPhones like the iPhone 17, and the iPhone 17 got some massive upgrades in 2025. So for example, we actually got a Pro Motion display. That display also got enlarged from 6.1 inches to 6.3 inches. We also got the likes of the brand new A19 chip added inside of this, and we also got dual 48 megapixel cameras for the ultra wide and also the wide sensor, yet retaining the same $799 US. We also got another new iPhone added into a mix, the brand new iPhone Air. This one's had a bit of a mixed feeling. Some people love it, some people don't like the look of it in the sense of what it can give you, especially it comes out at $1,000 US for the baseline version, but ultimately it's Apple's thinnest iPhone they have ever made, and it is quite a technical achievement here. But it does only have a single 48 megapixel sensor on the back of it. It also does have an A19 Pro chip inside of it, minus one of the GPU cores, but yet it still does give us quite a good battery life. It's very similar kind of battery life to what we got with, say, the iPhone 16 Pro or even the iPhone 15 Pro Max from the year before that. So that is still quite impressive for what you get with such a thin iPhone. But then we also got the announcement of the two big daddy iPhones. We got the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max. These were built from the ground up with a brand new design on the inside. This enables for a larger battery to put inside of these phones. Also, some of them are also completely eSIM, so this means the battery's even larger in some regions across the world. And then we also got 48 megapixel triple camera sensors this time round, and also that telephoto camera ability. Well, that actually gives us, 8 times zoom, optical zoom kind of preference that we got there with those Fusion cameras. Lots of other enhancements across the board as well, with a brand new selfie cameras and all sorts of other bits and pieces too. And they are great phones. But like I said, going into 2026, we also have some new phones going to be coming out that year. To start with, we're going to have the brand new replacement to the iPhone 16e, and that is going to be an iPhone 17e is on target to come out in the springtime. What we've heard about the iPhone 17e is that overall the actual design's probably not going to change that much. The fundamental big change inside the phone is going to be the chip inside of it. It's going to come with a normal A19 chip inside of it this time round, and we could also see the debut of the C2 chip put inside of us. Remember, we got the C1 chip, the communication, and plus we're also probably going to get that N1 chip or even maybe an N2 chip put inside of it. This would also push out battery life even further into this phone, what would be absolutely amazing to see. One thing a lot of us guys are also hoping that Apple might actually even start out the baseline starting price at $100 more. But personally, I don't think they might do that. So I do think actually it will start out the same $599 US. But like I said, the good news is, give it a couple of months, a few months, you'll be able to probably pick it up for around about $500 instead. It's just the launch price. So yeah, that's one thing to say. But that is going to be the first iPhone we are going to be getting in 2026. It is going to be the new iPhone 17e. So then guys, can you believe that this tracking drone fits in my pocket? This is the Hover Air X1 Pro Max, and honestly, this feels like having a tiny film crew hiding in your jacket. You just tap one button, palm takeoff, and off it goes. Hands-free, it locks onto you with accuracy tracking, follows at 26 miles per hour, and can burst up to 37 miles per hour, which is perfect when you are running or cycling, or pretending I am training for the Olympics, for example. And the footage on this, well, it's 8K Ultra HD with that lovely stable look even when you're bouncing across a field. It has over 15 plus auto flight modes with this, so you can switch from follow mode to orbit or dolly with zero effort. And when you export, you can actually add your route, speed and distance data right onto the video. So this is perfect for runners, cyclists, hikers, or anyone who wants their clips to feel like a Nike commercial. Then this here is the beacon, and it's genius too. You get a tiny OLED display showing a real-time preview, and with co-pilot control, you can actually nudge the drone mid-flight to adjust your angle or distance. No fiddly joysticks, no complex setup, just tap and fly. And then if you're going skiing or heading somewhere icy, well, the great thing is this still performs under 20 degrees Celsius. It just doesn't quit. So if you want a fully hands-free camera that literally fits in your pocket, this is the one. And the great thing is, Hover S holiday sale is now live, and you can save up to 34% and get a free battery until December 30th. So make sure you check out all the details that are in the description for this amazing drone. But moving on from this then, what other new iPhones are we going to see in 2026? Well, this is going to be at the other half of the year. This is going to be in September sort of time. And that is we're also going to get the new iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max. And we've heard lots of leaks and rumors already for this new phone. We've been told we're going to be getting some new colors being added to the mix, what look absolutely gorgeous here. And then also on top of that too, we've also been told we're going to get such upgrades as a brand new camera being added to the range this time, and also potential of 5G connectivity via satellite for the very first time. So this is definitely going to be a big upgrade with this. We're also probably going to get that new N2 chip communication chip with the C2X potentially by then, because obviously we still use a Snapdragon Qualcomm One now inside of the iPhone 17, Pro models right now. So this will be upgraded to Apple's own. So this would also push out battery life. So this is really exciting to see. Probably the overall design is not going to change too much with it. It's probably going to be very similar, but overall it's going to be definitely a good enhancement in what we're going to get over the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max. But there is also another brand new phone that's going to be added into the mix, or into the Apple family in 2026, and that is we're going to be getting a brand new foldable iPhone for the very first time. That's right. Finally, Apple are going to join the foldable phones. And one of the main reasons why you might be saying why are they so late to the party is because they've been trying to work out how to get that crease to disappear. One thing that a lot of you guys that throw off foldable phones is obviously the crease inside of it. It's horrible, it's not nice, and it looks like Apple have been working on a way over the years to actually get this perfected, and they finally have got there. So this means that a new foldable iPhone is in the works now to be coming out in 2026. We have heard things like, for example, the outside screen is going to be a 5.5-inch display, but the inner display of this new iPhone is going to be around about 6.8 inches on this display. So this is just slightly smaller than the old iPad mini that used to exist out there, not the current iPad mini that exists right now. So yeah, this is still going to be a great display what we're going to have with this new iPhone. But then the next question you're going to be asking about is, what about, say, the normal iPhone 18? And also, when's that going to come out? And also maybe the iPhone Air 2, are we going to get that in 2026? Well, we've been hearing that that's not actually going to come out in 2026, but that's going to come out in March 2027. Now, I'm not going to bang on about this because I'm talking about iPhones for 2026, but it does look like Apple are reshuffling now how they bring out their iPhones. That the Pro iPhones and their kind of ultra foldable iPhones, they're going to come out one part of the year, and then they're also going to bring out, say, their sort of slightly lower tier phones, you know, coming out maybe about 6 months later. So in 2027, in the early part, we will probably get the iPhone 18, we'll also get the iPhone 18e, and we'll probably also get the iPhone Air 2. But main point is, don't look around for a new iPhone 18 or the iPhone Air 2 in 2026. It does look like it's going to come out in 2027. But really, guys, that is the whole sort of iPhone lineup to come out in 2026. Are you excited for these new iPhones? Are you going to get any of these models? Well, let me know in the comments below. And on that note as well, guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.